Afternoon VC. All right. Back on, this time just your normal finds video. Got back from the big trip to New York. Really dialed it in on day 2, and that ended up causing me to have still a decent amount of my budget left, which I was happy about. And I had ignored Discogs for months. Pretty much like half a year. Haven't been getting anything on Discogs much. And it was time to clean up the want list on there. It's gotten out of hand. It was up near like 1,100 things. So when it gets like that, I have to go in there and take some off. There's a lot of it I don't even remember what the hell it is. It's a lot of it's stuff from watching you guys, and then I won't remember what it is, and then I'll like, well, if I don't remember what it is and I ain't listened to it yet, then off it comes. It's just, I don't know, I just tidied it up a little bit. But I was pleasantly surprised to see a few titles on there that popped out at me with very low prices compared to what they had been when I was looking prior, and found these in the States. I'm not ordering anything from overseas right now, except for B Core Records. They have one new release this year that I've ordered from Spain. Spain hasn't been on the big tariff hit list, so shipping was normal with them, a normal price. So I got the new Ramones' newest release coming from Barcelona and B Core. I should have that in a few weeks. But yeah, to the finds. The first, this came from, I think I found this in Nashville, was the seller. And this is one that's been on the list for a very long time. This is on Cadence Jazz Records. This is a double LP box set. Limited edition of 500 copies of Bill Dixon collection. Or collections, I can't remember what it's called. Collection. And it is autographed by Bill Dixon himself. He autographed each copy. Excellent. He's a great free jazz trumpet player and, arranger, conductor. That's really cool. Box set. We'll open it up here, and comes with a really nice booklet here. And a lot of this is his artwork as well that's in here. And yeah, fantastic stuff. If you love free jazz, this is a great box set to get. And we'll show you the Cadence label. A lot of their stuff is still available dead stock on their website. They're up in New York, and they do a great job of adding some bonuses when they ship stuff. These are mint. This is a mint copy as far as the vinyl. It doesn't look, I mean, it's just absolutely mint. The cover, I'd say, is VG Plus of the box. Very happy to get that. That's been a long time want. Next, this series we saw a ton of at WFMU. I know Music Research Library had a few from this series. But this was the one I was trying. I didn't see this one at the fair. They may have had ones at one of the dealers, but this was the one that's been on the top of my want list as far as this series is concerned. I've already got the Marcos Resende and Index, but this is Jalma Coria on Philips Biafro. And this is some fantastic Brazilian music. Yeah, on the Philips label, which I just did a highlight video of. And we'll show you the label. It's a mint copy of this as well. Just absolutely stunning copy. Beautiful Brazilian stuff. So, yeah. Some reason, every now and again, if I let Discogs breathe, I guess, it's good to go back to. This was found at a shop in, where was this one? I think in New Mexico. of all places, in some random kind of store. I don't even think it's technically a record store. It does have the original inner bag and an extra one. Yeah, I was really happy to find this. We'll mess with this later. And then this one came from Chris Cole and Record Wonderland in the Chicagoland area. One of the last Brozmans on FMP I needed. The nearer the bone, the sweeter the meat. This is with Peter Brozman, Miller, and Louis Maholo. On the drums, 1979, recorded in Berlin. This had belonged to Linda and Lloyd Ferguson on Damask Avenue in LA at some point, probably back in the 80s. And we'll show you the wonderful FMP label. A lot of them are white labels. Doesn't mean it's a promo though. But there you go. Great free jazz. Really, really dig this one. As I do most Brozman. There's just something about his stuff that I love. Just the edge to it. And Maholo is Maholo. Yeah, he is a favorite on the drums for sure. And then we have this record. This is a Portland band. This is the drummer's side project from the band Unwound, Sarah Lund. This is called Hungry Ghost, and this is Let the Healing Begin. I think this is their second record. There was a time gap in between the first and this one, and I'd been looking for this since I saw the Unwound show at Cat's Cradle. They had these for like $15 at the merch table, and I passed on them, and then I looked them up and decided to get them after the fact, and they're super hard to find. They're private pressings. This one, it says on Discogs 2019, but I think this was pressed in 2022, recorded in 2018 maybe. Yeah. Hungry Ghost. Let the Healing Begin. Sarah Lund, great drummer. This is a really good group. Andrew Price on guitar and vocals is killer. Yeah, man. Hungry Ghost. Great band. Only had the 2 records. And then last but not least, there's this guy in Texas, north of Houston, that runs a big 78 RPM website, and they do these really interesting auctions. The videos that he did to show everything that was, the big ticket items that was going to be in the auction was incredible to look at. The stuff you see and hear from this guy is insane. It's Kurt Knock in Spring, Texas. And, there's John Tefteller and all, but I don't know, this guy might take the cake. I mean, he's got very historical pieces for sale. I mean, he had a Robert Johnson 78 with a $10,000 starting bid. And it definitely was going to sell. God knows what it ended up going for. Everything's done through a blind auction format. They give you this list, and they catalog number everything on the list. You put in the catalog number and the max you're willing to pay in an email and pray that it's more than someone else. You don't know what anybody else's bids are. If you do win the item and there are no other bids, they will take $5 off your bid automatically as a courtesy. So I was the only bidder on these 2 78s. I just wanted to take a punt on how the whole process worked with them, what the shipping looked like, turnaround time, all that kind of thing. Because they, with 78s, you want to pack them up well. This was professional across the board. DG Mono turned me on to this thing, which is dangerous. So the next time they do one of these auctions, I'll be looking. I got just 2. They were inexpensive, but they're rare. This is the Carter Family. Why Do You Cry, Little Darlin' on Bluebird on the A side, and Lonesome Homesick Blues on the B side. Love the Bluebird label. I've got some other Carter family on it. This is from 1943, a fine copy. And they use these wonderful disc file 78 RPM sleeves on all their 78s. And then this one is a very rare one. I think this is only maybe the 6th copy logged onto Discogs in a collection. This is a excellent condition copy on the grade. This is Victoria Spivey and the Chicago 4. Hollywood Stomp on the A side and Detroit Moan on the B side. A very rare vocalion. Unknown year of recording. A stunning copy. And I've got a LP with Victoria Spivey that Bob Dylan's on, of all things, on a track. But this is vocal blues with piano, bass, trumpet, and clarinet accompaniment from the Chicago 4. This is fantastic stuff, especially the B side, Detroit Moan. I really dig it. And yeah, these were really inexpensive, and then $10 total off because I was the only bidders on those. So we'll be doing more business with them in the future. But that's a good mix of things here. Hope you're all well. Peace.